So, as we know, the Flash movie has been out for over 2 weeks now. It turned over just over $200 million. It's going to be leaving 1,500 theaters in America, which is unheard of after 2 weeks in a cinema. It's going to lose a lot of money. Ezra Miller hasn't been allowed to speak publicly or even be out in publicly, to the point where he didn't do the press junket for his own movie. And some people seem to think that hurt the movie. No, this movie was going to do bad regardless of who was the Flash. I don't think the controversy we're about to go over in a minute has anything to do with how bad the movie did. So he was allowed to address press at the LA red carpet venue, and he got to welcome his movie. And to be fair, subjectively, Ezra Miller, I'm going to say it on record, is a very good Flash and a very good Barry Allen. Is he going to continue being the Flash in James Gunn's DCU? We don't know, because Warner Bros. Discovery doesn't have any money. It's not making money. Is there even gonna be a new universe? We don't know. Are investors gonna keep putting money into projects, keep losing money? I don't even think Superman Legacy is gonna see the light of day. So all of a sudden, out of the blue, he's come out and said something, almost like he's just won a court case or something. Realistically, he hasn't won anything. Basically, a Child Protection Order Act he had out against him has been lifted, but it was temporary. It was always gonna be lifted after some time. So what is freaking good, YouTube? Watch you here. If you aren't new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Kaiju Monsterverse, Marvel, DC pop culture based content that I try to cover. If you could, check us out on Instagram at Watch You to see the view face by the view voice. If you could, check us out on Twitter, Watch You G. Right, let's get into this video. So I wouldn't normally do a video like this, but I feel like I have a duty to. Why? Because we covered all the controversy a year ago when, the Iceland choking out, the craziness in Hawaii that all of a sudden got dropped, even though there was video evidence out there. So it's interesting. So Flash star Ezra Miller claims to have been unjustly and directly targeted after judge lifts protective order related to 12-year-old who said actor would be lucky to have someone like me guide them. Now, I find this interesting because in the wake of the judge officially lifting a protective order against the actor previously granted in Massachusetts, I don't know how you say it, 12-year-old, the Flash star Ezra Miller made a public statement condemning what he believed to have been an aggressive misuse of the American legal system. So he's essentially acting like he's won a court case, like a jury has found him not guilty. This is just an act they had out against him that's been lifted because he hasn't done anything, and we don't know what happened, what didn't happen. So I do find the comments, what he says, interesting. As the first report by the Daily Beast, the protective order in question was initially signed by judge in June 2022 at the behest of the child's mother. Now, like I said when I made the video over a year ago, they don't just hand these child protection acts out for fun. No, they don't. According to text messages sent by the mother and the neighbor, as well as photographers that corroborated parts of their accounts of the night in question reviewed by Marlowe, the incident at the center of the legal request occurred February the 2nd, 2022, when Miller allegedly visited a 12-year-old home in order to visit them. Their mother, later identified as Sharon Gunn, I think that's how you say it, and the family's neighbor, per said neighbor who knew Miller through the actor's bandmate and close friend Whitney. The Flash star arrived that evening wearing a bulletproof vest, and I have no idea until later that he was arrested. At one point in the night, Miller's emotions flared when the child's mother recalled how she had recently done some traveling with her tribe, using the term as a slang in reference to a group of friends rather than any sort of actual Native American community, to which the actor snapped and accused her of cultural appropriation. As the night continued, the actor would once again make an attempt at critical race theory, virtual signaling, when after asserting that the board game owed its root to the religion, the neighbor himself, half black, asked Miller to identify what exact influence it has to the game creation or something like that. I'm going to have to paraphrase because this is such a long article. At this point, the neighbor told stern Ezra exploded and started screaming directly into my face. He said, "You don't even know what you're talking about. What did you say to me? Why did you just say that to me?" The neighbor recalled. "I was very caught off guard. So yeah, it basically spiraled out of control. At one point, you're going to realize you don't have any control over them anymore, the actor added. They're an alleviated being, and they would be lucky to have someone like me guide them in their life. So yeah, to cut this a little bit short, because it does go on June the 30th, the order was officially lifted. It was determined that no criminal charges will be brought against Miller in this case. Following the development, Miller took to his personal Instagram account to offer his own thoughts about the entire situation. Now, this is why I find it a little bit weird, because he's talking like he's just won a court case. I'm encouraged by today's outcome and very grateful at this moment to everyone who has stood beside me and sought to ensure that these egregious misuse of the Protection Order Act was halted. Protective orders are meant to provide safety for individual families and children who are in danger. The actor began. They are not being used as a weapon by those seeking attention or fleeting tabloid fame or some sort of personal vengeance when they are people in true and dear need of their services. I have been unjustly targeted by an individual who facts have shown has such a history of manipulation and destructive actions. Miller then accused those members of the media who have recklessly spread false claims, failed to accurately report the truth and context of the story, to hold themselves to a higher standard and take time to find the facts rather than chasing them clicks. But by making this post on Instagram, you know everyone's going to talk about what you've just said. So indirectly, you've just done it as well. It went on to say, on a personal note, I want everyone to know that I am continuing to do my best to preserve my own wellness and what I can to reserve the collateral damage this ordeal has brought upon me and those close to me, the actor wrote. Finally, to all you many beings in this world who have had the enormous courage to see me through it all and make it here with me, I will spend a long time trying to explain to you what it has meant to have your support, and you have my undenying gratitude, admiration, and love. Offering her own statement to the media, Miller's attorney said the following. The original order that was essentially put forward by Charles' mother on behalf of the minor was based on untrue allegations. Frustrating for Ezra, lodged false allegations at the time when Ezra was struggling with significant mental health issues and was unable to come to court to defend themselves against the spurious claims made by the individual. Had Ezra been able to appear in court last year and share the truth about their very limited interaction with Miss Yeah, I'm confident the original order would have never been issued. After 1 year of intense ongoing mental health therapy, Ezra is doing much better, said his lawyer. They were present in court today to ensure that those false allegations would not go unchallenged, whether or not, I guess, the mother returned to court asking last year to be extended. So essentially, it's just been lifted. But for some reason, he's acting like he's just won a court case or something like that. But realistically, we don't know what happened. We don't know who's in the right. We don't know who's in the wrong. But I think by the fact he's come out and publicly posted this, it basically means he's done with the Flash role in a roundabout way, because obviously the movie lost money. I mean, they're not going to make a sequel when Sync loses money. Oh, wait, James Gunn, the Suicide Squad money lost money. But that was during, you know, what happened in the world. And why do people keep using that as an excuse? So we don't know what's going to happen to Ezra. As I said at the start of the video in the prologue, Ezra Miller is a very good actor when it comes to his portrayal in the Flash movie for the role of Barry Allen and the Flash. So we got no idea what actually is the overall outcome. This has just been lifted, and I wouldn't normally make a video like this, but I think this confirms and verifies that Mr. James Gunn is going to recast Ezra Miller, irrespective of how well the movie done or did, because it's not at the end of the run yet, but we know it's basically the biggest box office flop since Morbius. And to be honest, if I'm going to be honest, like I am on this channel, I don't actually think this movie deserved to do bad. It's a good movie. It's not the greatest movie ever. We've done multiple videos talking about why it did so bad, multiple reasons, mainly the marketing. But the movie's been out over 2 weeks and it still hasn't turned over $100 million domestically. $217 million. And it came out June the 16th. It's now the 1st of July. It is really bad, but I would like to know, what do you think about the situation? Please be respectful down below. If you're going to critique the actor in question, do it in a respect way if you can, if possible. But more interesting, it's not who's going to be Batman in DCU. Okay, let's hypothetically talk. Let's say that Warner Bros. Discovery somehow starts making money and somehow James Gunn's DCU fantasy universe is real. Who should be the next Flash? And don't say Grant Gustin, because as cool as Grant Gustin is, it's done, it's dusted. And I don't think he's a movie actor. There's a big difference between a movie actor and a TV actor. Yes, he is great as the Flash in CW. He is the GOAT, but I don't think he's going to be the new Flash. So let me know down below, who would you cast as a new Flash? And don't say Tom Holland, because Tom Holland gets casted everywhere. So like always, guys, I know it's a very different video. If you got any video requests down below, if you want to work with me, or if any brand wants to do work with your boy War Stew, just hit me up at the business email address, warstewbusiness@gmail.com. Check us out on Instagram at War Stew to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice, and check us out on Twitter, WarStewG, and I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.